I'd like to at this time suggest we move into executive session. That executive session would consist of the current governors and officers, as well as our general counsel and our executive director. The purpose of the executive session will be made for two purposes. One, we're going to enter executive session as permitted by RCW for two reasons. The first is RCW 4230110G to review the performance of the interim executive director. The board will not discuss salaries, wages, or any other conditions of employment to be generally applied within the WSBA during this executive session. Any action to hire, discharge, discipline, or set the interim executive director's salary will be taken in a public session. Also, since we're entering an executive session, we'll deal with the second matter, which is under RCW 4230110I, to discuss with legal counsel representing the WSBA potential litigation to which the WSBA is likely to become a party. Legal counsel will be present for the executive session discussion as required by the statute. No final actions will be taken in executive session. The executive session will end at 9:40, and the board will resume public session at that time. If the executive session is going to be extended, I will make a public announcement of the time that the public session will begin.
Mr. President?
Yes.
I just have one other question. Having been there when I was an elect, what do we do regarding the elects?
Yes, when you were an elect, we weren't subject to the OPMA, and that has caused some issues and change in protocol. I'm hoping that we will return to a place where we can establish a protocol and legal privilege. And actually, we've had some questions now about legal privilege in executive session, especially in taking advice regarding to legal matters. I'm hoping we can sort out a protocol for that, for the, assuming, according to my prediction, are prevailing in our piece of litigation on the OPMA, and then figuring out a protocol of confidentiality that we can sign with elects that allow them into executive sessions where we're taking advice from legal counsel.
So they would not be able to be in?
Correct.
Okay. And one final thing, Mr. President, just kind of cleaning up, Governor Williams-Ruth, when we get into the other action items, I will address your question regarding whether or not a search or those things, but that's not germane for right now.
Rajiv or Tara, is one of Shelley's emails tell us how to get into executive session?
You just sit right there. It's going to happen to you. We're going to do it to you, I think.
We're going to use a breakout room. I have all of the governors assigned. You'll probably get a little box up that asks you to join the breakout room. So you'll click on that.
Current screen?
It'll pop up right on your screen.
Thank you.
Number one, make it so. Warp factor 3. Of executive session. I want to thank everyone for being here. It looks like we're going to be in executive session for I'm going to estimate actually significantly longer amount of time. I am here to announce that the meeting public session will resume at 10:20 a.m. I know we may have guests here from CPE. I thank you for your patience. We have to get this business done. Thank you so much. I'm going to figure out how to rejoin my breakout room, and I will see you at 10:20. Rajiv Majumdar from the Washington State Bar Association, president thereof. We are still in executive session. It is going to be extended until 10:45, at which time I will come back, hopefully, and rejoin the public session. Thank you so much for your patience and time. The president, returning the public session to announce that we will resume public session at 11:05. And we are still in executive session. We'll return at 11:05.